SDLC. So there are some stages in this: requirement specification, design, implementation, testing, deployment and maintenance. So let us start our discussion. UPS, you can introduce.
So good morning all. Today we are going to discuss a topic about SDLC, software development life cycle. So in that we are going to approach a waterfall concept. So with that waterfall concept also we are going to implement our DT main 5 stages. First is empathy, define, ideate, prototype and finally test. So with these 5 stages we can give a complete product with no errors. Only design thinking focus on user-centric problem. Like what before said, empathy, ideate. So my fellow mates will detailedly explain about the empathy, ideate, define, prototype and final test.
Okay, Monica, you can empathize.
So the first step in design thinking is empathize. So in the empathize stage, developers try to understand what the users need and also their requirement. So in the requirement analysis phases of the waterfall model, what we will be doing is, so the developers will talk to the users and also the data stakeholders, and they will also collect the users' needs and their expectations. So all the requirements will be written in a document that is SRS. So SRS means a software requirement specification.
Okay, next, Sonali, can you define it?
So the defined stage in design thinking focuses on clearly defining the problem. So in the system design, the problem statements are transformed into the technical solutions, and data flows, system modules are created, and high-level design and low-level designs are prepared. So this stage, user needs into a structured and feasible solutions.
Yes. Rumini, can you ideate the problem?
Ideate is a design finalization. The ideate phase involves generating and evaluating the solution idea. In the waterfall model, design automated or evaluated the best solutions are selected. The final design is chosen before implementation. Although ideate is limited compared to agile models, careful planning ensures the clarity and reduce the risk.
Okay, next, Monica, can you?
So in design thinking, prototype means building a model for the solution. So in the implementation, that is, we'll be using coding phase here. So what developers will do is they will be writing a code to build the software, and they will be the designs will be converted into real and working programs, and each part of the program is developed step by step in this phase.
Its stage is about testing.
The test phase in design thinking validates the solution with the user. In the waterfall model, unit integration system and acceptance testing are conducted. Defects are identified and corrected. The system is verified against the user requirement. This ensures the solution meets the original user needs, define the user.
Design thinking, the last stage is deploy and learn. So what we'll be doing in this stage is the problem and the solution will be given to the real world, and also for the users to learn. And similar to this deploy and learn, there is a concept in software development life cycle, that is deployment and maintenance. So in deployment, what we'll be doing is, so we'll be delivering the completed software to the real users, and the software will be installed in the servers and also in the systems, and the user will start their application in their daily work, and the system will be becoming live and accessible once it be provided to the users. And in this stage, what the software will do is, it moves from the deployment development environment to the real world. Next is maintenance. Maintenance means, so once the user starts using the software, new issues will be identified, and also new needs will be identified. So that will be maintained during this maintenance period. So in maintenance, we will be collecting the feedback from the users, and we will be fixing bugs and also errors, and we will be making small updates and also improvements, and we will be improving performance and security. So this phase will help the learners how actually the system will be used, and it will not be telling how it should be expected to use, but it will be telling how it should be actually be used. And why this stage is important for real world users, it will be many real world users will be facing many problems that may not be predicted earlier. So this stage will be predicting that earlier itself. And let me conclude this. When integrated with the design thinking approach, the waterfall model places strong emphasis on understanding user needs solution thoroughly before development begins. By applying empathy and problem, build with a clear user focus and minimal ambiguity. The structure phase by phase nature of the waterfall model supports disciplined execution through documentation and predictable outcome. However, its limited scope for iteration and late user feedback requirements.
So overall, so we are combining the waterfall model with the VT. Okay? So with where the user needs are stable. So although there is flexibility, the software ensures the reliability and also the systematic development process. Thank you.
Thank you.